son. Where'd you find this?
He has been told he doesn't belong in the industry. He has been told that he doesn't have the knowledge of the podcasting community. But pound for pound, this guy is a heavy hitter. This is the Drew Billy Show. And without further ado, your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Drew Billy.
We are here with Josh Mitchell. It is an honor and a privilege to have you on the show, Josh, to even want to come on the show. How are you doing tonight?
I'm great, man, and it's an honor to be on the show. Like I said, when when we talked previously, when Eric started getting on the show, it did make me a little jealous. I'm like, damn, I gotta find a way on there. I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the just chopping it up, talking sports, man. I loved it. It's great, my kind of thing.
Yeah, no. I know I have, a set thing here I always do, and people always bash me for it. But really, there's a lot of people from all different areas that listen to this show, and not just in Elk County. That's, where Josh grew up, but he'll, explain that to you here in a minute. But yeah, Josh, just explain to the folks here, where'd you grow up and where'd you go to school, and, what are you doing now?
Yeah, sure. So like you said, I grew up in Elk County, real small, well, shit, you're from it too. Real small area in the middle of nowhere, PA, man. People used to joke about it that Ridgeway and St. Mary's, people know the state game land more than they know us. So, yeah, but I went to, like you said, Elk County, Ridgeway, PA. Went to Ridgeway Area High School. It's a local high school, local public school. Graduated there in 2013, then accepted a scholarship to go to the University of Pittsburgh. Got the pit on right now.
Right.
And then graduated there from 2017, and that year as well, I was drafted by the Kansas City Royals. And now, fast forward to 2023, I'm a member of the Minnesota Twins.
Yeah. No, and I think a lot of people need to understand here, Josh, that is not an everyday thing. People go pro in our area. So, it's, what I want to touch on too, and I know there's a couple guys that, around my age that watched you and Eric ball out when you were playing for the Elkers in basketball. What really drew you to, I guess, pick baseball as your sport? That's what I want to do in college. Like what drew you to want to do that?
Well, to be honest with you, Drew, man, my first love was football. Yeah. So my dad, that was my dad's first love too. So it kind of just trickled down. And then, my brother came after me and won back-to-back district championships his junior and senior years. So, football is like kind of like the heartbeat of the family. Always really was.
Oh shit. Okay.
But, yeah. So, but my career got cut short because of injuries, and when I played, we weren't exactly that great. It was kind of that in-between era where coaching changes happened. Not a whole lot of leadership from the upperclassmen.
Right.
So it was a lot of younger guys trying to find their way, and my dad kind of saw the writing on the wall. I think in my my first 2, even 3 years of high school, I think the number of games we won was like 8, and we won 6 my junior year because Eric and those guys played their senior year.
Right.
But and I always had a good arm. Being left-handed is a rarity.
Yes.
In anything, especially baseball, even anything in life. Right. So that kind of the writing was on the wall there too, man. It was like, you can throw hard, you're a good hitter as well. Why don't we try to go, why don't we focus on this and see where that goes? And then I'm 6'2" and white, man. That's, my career, my basketball career ended with high school. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, no, I get it. And I think also, and this would, may not being a little knowledgeable with baseball. What is the, I guess, the sought after thing with left-handed pitchers? Why is that a big thing, Josh?
So like I said, there's not too many of them, and there's not too many of them that throw very hard or are able to control the baseball. The old, thing with the lefty was, okay, he's left-handed, but can he throw a strike? For some reason, somewhere down the line, somebody labeled us as being inaccurate and can't figure shit out on the mound. Can't throw a strike.
Right.
Well, I checked both of those boxes off. Throw hard, throw strikes, don't walk a lot of guys. So
Right.
kind of that thing. And plus, once I dedicated all my time and effort into baseball, the offers started coming. Well, first off, I started to get really good really fast. The offers started coming, and it was kind of like just before I knew it, I had 20, 30 offers from all these Division I schools, and I was like, shit, I don't know what to do. Like, everyone's supposed to enjoy and love high school.
Right.
I'm gonna go out and say from my, end of my sophomore year to my junior year or to my senior year, I was extremely stressed out all the time. And I don't think a lot of people really knew that. I kind of kept that to myself.
Right.
But I was stressed out with like, I don't like pissing people off. And I feel like if I tell a school I'm not coming, like it was like I was going to piss somebody off. Because at one point coming out of the state of PA, I was the top left-handed pitcher.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I think I graduated number 2 because somebody jumped me because I didn't go to some sort of scouting event, but fuck it, who cares?
Right.
But it was stressful, man. It was like I'm getting phone calls during school. I'm getting emails. My mom's getting phone calls. I think my mom did. My mom did a lot of my recruiting for me, and it was like, the running joke I always said: if you can't sell Teresa Mitchell, man, I'm out. Like, don't even expect a phone call, or email.
Right. Right.
That's awesome. But it was stressful, dude. And then when I finally narrowed it down to my top, because I think you get 5 official visits, but I narrowed it down to my top 10.
Oh, wow.
And every time somebody asked what my top 10 was, it was always changing.
Oh boy.
It was just, I'm just like,
Right.
it was stressful, bro. It was, it's a lot of responsibility for a high school kid, especially, 16, 17, 18-year-old that you're just trying to be one of the boys, man. I wanted to hang out with my friends. I just wanted to chill. I wanted to kick it. Here, I got a major life decision that's going to affect me for the rest of my life. And I'm like, I'm fucking 17 years old, man. Like, what do you want me to do here? I'm like, and people were like, well, he's almost 18. He's almost a man. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm almost 16 too. Like, I just got my driver's license. What do you want me to do? I'd rather just drive around and in my Jeep with the top down, the doors off, blaring music with my buddies. I'm getting a phone call from the head coach in Virginia, like, hey, man, offers on the table. Just want you to know. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Right.
It was stressful, but at the same time, like, cool to feel wanted. It was cool to feel like, I know eventually I was just going to turn into another statistic, which you always do as soon as you get on campus. But it was cool to be like, damn, like these guys want me that bad. They're throwing this amount of money. I can study this. I could do this. I could be potentially play professional baseball, get drafted if I go to this program, but this program I can play right away. There was a lot weighing on it. I get it. It was a heavy load to carry for a young guy.
Yeah. I always, Josh, we're kind of in a different league here of ourselves. I went for cross country. You're doing baseball. I just remember, and I think where we're very similar is you kind of have to separate yourselves, and you don't mean to be a jackass or a dick to the other teammates of yours, but you're kind of at a different level. You know what I mean? So it's very serious. I have to perform good, man. Like I got all these guys watch me. They probably came to your games, and that probably stressed you the hell out even more. You know what I mean? So
I'll tell you what. Once I got on the field, it wasn't that bad.
Right.
But and you've been to Sandy Beach, right?
Yep. Yes.
So there's no fucking hiding there.
Yeah.
It's a baseball field in the middle of the woods, in the middle of L County. Everyone knows your vehicle. I know everybody else's vehicle, and I see a freaking Mustang or like a Camaro roll up. I'm like, all right, that's a scout for somebody, but like who? They would never say like, oh, I'll be at this game. We can talk. It was like, give me a week of games. Give me the days. In high school, you play 3 or 4 games a week, so it's like, I don't want to peek up there, but I got whiplash from looking up there to see, all right, who's in the stands today, kind of thing. And like I said, if you're basketball, you could hide a little bit in the gym. Football, I mean, you've seen those stadiums. Like, it's easy to hide.
Right.
Small ass baseball field, you ain't hiding too much, So, and it's not like they tried to like separate themselves. They sat right behind home plate and just watched. I'm like, But once I noticed them, it was kind of like deep breath, close my eyes, count to 10 real fast. And I'm like, listen, it's just another baseball game. Like this is what you do. You could go out and half-ass it and probably still get the offer that you're looking for. But clearly we're not trying to do that. But like at the end of the day, like you have a bad game, it's all right. They want to see good and bad, which I didn't realize. I did put some pressure on myself, but once I was told by a big league scout, like we want to see you do bad, we want to see you do good, we want to see how you handle it. I was like, oh shit, that makes things a little easier.
Right. I'm out here sweating my ass off because I'm worried about what you guys are writing down.
Exactly. Am I getting a check mark or an X is what I'm worried about. It's like shit.
Right. Yeah. No. Some of the questions though, Josh, down the line here we have for you too. I always like to, whenever I have an athlete on, I always like to ask them, who's their favorite athlete. So is there any athlete that you looked up to while you were growing up that really, it doesn't have to be baseball, football, whoever.
Mm-hmm. I guess I got a couple. I guess two big ones.
Okay.
That I kind of like in their respective games, I kind of model myself after them, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So the first one, like I said, football was the first love.
Right.
So Tim Tebow was my guy.
Oh boy.
Okay. I know he got a lot of flack for the being super religious, but I can relate to him in that aspect. I am a believer. I am a churchgoer. Yeah. I am.
Right.
But even just the way he carried himself, like he knew he was good, but he always found a way to kind of like dish the spotlight off him and put it on his teammates that deserved it just as much, if not more, at the time. And his play style, man, he was rugged. He ran the ball. He even had the long arm. And when I threw a football, I had a little bit of a longer arm path and just a longer release. But like, just the way he played, just the way he was able to like rally his guys. That was my guy on the football field and pretty much in life. But when I stepped on the mound, man, I wanted to be Randy Johnson.
Oh boy,
that ugly son of a bitch scared the shit out of everybody, bro. He's a scary dude, and.
Right.
I kind of throw like him out of the lower arm slot as well. Okay. And he threw with this edge, man. Like for you people that are listening that are baseball players, that are baseball fans, I should say, or just sports fans in general, I really, really encourage you to go look up Randy Johnson on YouTube and just watch. Like guys were scared of him before they got in the box. Right. And that's why I got the beard right now. I'm hoping this kind of gives me a little bit of an edge.
Yeah.
But dude, he was I throw a fastball slider. He threw a fastball slider. That's all I throw, just those two pitches. Okay. And I modeled my game. I tried to model my game as best. I don't throw 100 anymore. A couple times here and there, but not a lot. But like, I tried to make it look like I literally wanted to be called the mini Randy Johnson at one point. That was like my goal.
Hell yeah. I'm going to be honest, Josh. This is the closest thing I think I'll ever get to the majors, at 25 now. I enjoy MLB The Show. Okay.
Oh yeah. Hey, me too. Me too.
And I'll tell you, even on that video game, when you had to do a whole bunch of quests and stuff, you could get a 99 Randy Johnson. I just quit the fucking game because he terrified me in video game form. So no,
I love it.
And I think people should know too, and they, probably saw the clip and didn't even know it was Randy Johnson when he, hits the bird when it's flying across and he just fucking demolishes. Yeah, you know what I mean? So
the bird blew up.
It did. Yeah, it was like it got hit by a fucking nuke. Randy Johnson throwing 103 right through its skull. Anyway, you've been all over with the sport of baseball, Josh. What are some moments, or maybe a moment that is big for you, the biggest moment that you always look back on as as you train or as you compete? You're like, oh shit, I really miss being in the playing for Ridgeway or playing for Pitt. What was the top moments for you in sport of baseball?
So obviously the day that I committed, like, listen, I'm gonna go play at Pitt, that's right. One of them. The day I got drafted, I actually saw like my name pop up on the TV saying the Kansas City Royals select left-handed pitcher Josh Mitchell. I was like, man,
it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, 100%. I'm like, damn, like all that hard work in the past is like finally paid off. But right. The one that trumps them all, man, it's kind of a longer story, but
that's all right.
Into it.
Yeah, no,
So
yeah.
I got cut from the University of Pitt's team as a junior.
Okay.
So junior redshirt sophomore because I had shoulder surgery my freshman year.
Okay.
I got cut, man, and I didn't know what to do. Like I was like, is my career over? Like, is my career over at the age of 21? Like, way sooner than than I expected. My parents, even some of my friends, and I ended up playing my second summer at summer ball in Victoria, British Columbia.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, so it's my second summer. The first summer I went out there
Alright.
threw like 20 innings. Yeah, it's a long way.
Right.
But first summer went out threw like 20, 25 innings just to get some innings because that was the year I was coming off of shoulder surgery. So coach capped it at 25, went home.
Okay.
Well, I get cut, and I'm like, what do I do? I'm freaking out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm packing my stuff up out of my locker, like taking the name. The most demoralizing thing was taking my nameplate off my freaking locker.
Right.
But packed up and I left, and I get home and I'm watching like some sort of MLB TV or something stupid. I don't know. It was like I had like a empty garbage can of freaking crushed up Budweiser cans. I'm just like drinking my sorrows away, man. I'm like, my career's over. Like, I'm gonna be a normal student.
Right.
And then I got this crazy idea. I'm like, I'm gonna call back the owner of that, owner and baseball ops guy of that team. They're called the Victoria Harbor Cats.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. They probably have their roster full. Their first games in like 2 days, the first exhibition games in like 2 days. I'm like, if not, then it just wasn't meant to be, and I'll suck it up and move on.
Right.
Well, I call the guy, right, and he goes, I gave him the whole spiel, ask him what he's doing, how he's doing. The team looks, I saw the roster. The team looks pretty solid. And I go, listen, his name is Jim Swanson, and you can even text him and ask him this. I'll give him my number. I'll give him your number. Sorry, but I go, and I never called him Jim. It was always Mr. Swanson, and he was like taken back. He's like, nope, no young man or people these days, they don't say that. I'm like, well, it's a sign of respect, and like, I'm gonna keep doing that. So conversation goes, and I kind of cut him off. I'm like, all right, listen, Mr. Swanson, I'm gonna here's the real reason why I called. Like, this is what happened. They gave me free reign to talk to whoever I wanted to, like other schools when I wanted, if I wanted to transfer, or when I was expecting to transfer at that point.
Right.
And I go, Mr. Swanson, I got to know, man, you have a spot left for a left-handed pitcher looking for a second chance.
Right.
And his words, I shit you not, it was like, there was like a pause. I think he was doing it to build up suspense. To this day, I think he was doing it. I'm a little frustrated. Just be a dick.
Right.
Love the guy to death, but he goes, waiting for your call. I go, oh my God.
Oh, wow.
And he goes,
wow.
He goes, listen, Josh, we didn't hand out your number yet. Like, you're on the team. You were always on the team. Like, come on out. I booked a plane flight that next morning. That next night I literally just packed up 2 pairs of spikes, my glove, and said, deuces out, Pittsburgh. I'm going to go play. Flew out there and literally had the summer of my life. In 9 appearances or 13 appearances, 9 starts, I was 7-0 with a 1.8 ERA.
Right.
Like, I went out there with a chip on my shoulder. Obviously,
holy fuck.
wanted to stick it up Pitt's ass. Like, I wanted at every point I was like, fuck Pitt. Like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck them. I hate them.
Yeah.
I really hope there's no little kids that listen to this. I'm sorry.
No. They're used to it by now, Josh. Jesus, 34 episodes. Yeah.
But I was, F them. I hated, like, with a burning passion. I just wanted to prove that I was so good. And at the same time, that anger, that frustration, that disappointment, that, I don't know, regret for picking Pitt, all those extra emotions are just fantastic motivators. And I went out and I pitched my ass off. It got to the point where, like, my head coach, his name was Greg Merritt, great guy. He was a scout for the Rays, kind of a weird, wiry guy. But him and I gelled great just because of the attitudes. He was actually on Big Brother Canada. He was from Canada. He was on Big Brother Canada.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, so putting that out there. But it was just like it was unbelievable. And I owe my whole career from that point on to Jim Swanson, the owner, Greg Merritt, the head coach, and Joe Fobb, who was the pitching coach. But it was just like, it got to a point where my pitching coach, my head coach was like, he's like, I don't know what you want me to do for you, but like every time you take the mound, like we're gonna win, and we did. I think there wasn't ever a no decision. There wasn't ever a loss when I started. It was unreal. Like I would go out and I'd give you 7 innings, 10 punch outs, and like 2 walks.
Oh, wow.
It was like it was a guarantee, and it took me after like 2 or 3 starts to realize like I'm still good at this game.
Right.
Like just because somebody else has a very vague opinion of me, because I didn't pitch much at Pitt prior to my senior year because I was hurt. You know, I battled injuries my entire career, but I went out there and for 70 innings and 9 starts, I was the best pitcher in the country. Like I was an All-American. I was a summer ball All-American. Like first team All West Coast, first team this, first team prospect. Like it was unbelievable. Like
Right.
I had the time of my life in the summer of my life, and you talk about that moment. That was the one because it has given me, you know, I'm still running off that when it comes to my career. Because if I wouldn't have done that, my career would have been over.
Right. No, and I think too, you know, and I've touched on my own personal issues with, you know, injury and just kind of after that, Josh has said, fuck it. But but you easily could have just hung it up right there and said, you know, whatever. And you went ahead and said, I'm going to make my own fucking path now, you know. I can't believe, wow. So did you end up graduating from Pitt, or is that was it? And then that was your straight shot to the pro league here.
So once I started doing well, I started generating some offers, some interest from other schools.
Right.
I was like, I had 3 or 4 offers, but I had to graduate from Pitt in the fall, which was the big thing because I had to get the last couple credits to be able to grad transfer. So the plan was go back, and this is how messed up I was. I was gonna go back out with Pitt, graduate in the fall, and say, all right, see you guys. My plan was to make sure that I was ready to go for the season.
Right.
I was going to use the facilities. I'm like, I quit and go transfer.
Right. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of wild to me. How I got to ask you too, because it's way different at I mean, Pitt's way bigger than Bonaventure. So how many players? I just remember some of the guys I knew that played, like Cole and them. How many guys try out for the Pitt team?
We would have like the quote unquote open tryouts because we're like every school I think has to. We'd have like 20, 30 guys, but we would never take any of them. If we brought one on, he ended up being like the team manager. Like,
okay.
Bat boy. Like Bat boy, like
right.
set up the machines for BP, do all that stuff, and like it's kind of a shit gig. It really is. Right. I feel bad for those guys, but like that's what we would do with that. Everybody else that was on that team was like a scholarship player or some sort of preferred walk-on because either A, they were really smart, or B, their daddy had a lot of money.
That's what I was going to say. Gray boosters, or they gave a nice little donation anonymously, but somehow it worked out.
Yeah, anonymously, with the kids sitting right here on the end of the bench. Like, hey.
Right. But no, and it's just I mean, that's a lot of goddamn adversity. I mean, you went through. There was I believe a video here that I pulled up, Josh, that it's on the website on MILB here, that they kind of talk about your career here, that I have on the notes, but I didn't get a chance to watch that yet. So do you just touch on all that bullshit that you had to go through to get where you are now? Is that?
Yeah. So all that all that I'm gonna stick with the term bullshit because all that bullshit has kind of like made me into the person and the player that I am. Like and a lot of the Randy Johnson, you'll see the similarities when I talk about it. Okay. But like the fuck you mentality, the zero fucks given, like, sometimes I give fans the cold shoulder, not because I'm a dick. It's just because I'm so locked in on what my job is that I feel bad with it sometimes, but like even when sitting in the bullpen, if parents come up, hey, can you get an autograph for my son? I just look at him and look right back at the game. Right. Like I got a notebook and it's not like, once again, it's not me being a dick. It's not like I'll sign an autograph for a kid any day of the week. Right. Any day. I love it. I enjoy it.
Right.
But like you're gonna have to wait till you have to do it before the game or after the game, because between those white lines, don't talk to me.
Right.
But
No.
I mean, that's just the way that stuff is transpired in my life, and as what it's I've turned to, and it's
Right.
Get the fuck out of my either get on the raft behind me or just fuck you drown.
Right. I get it. No, I get it. No, it's I just I think the biggest thing too is when you get to the, and I learned I don't like to push my own stuff into the episodes with guests like you.
No, but you did it at a high level. You understand where I'm coming from with that.
Yeah. I hate, and I think you've probably experienced this, Josh. It's not really with the fans, but when maybe you come back home or whatever, you oh hey man, it's like motherfucker, you were against me when I was way back when. Now that I'm good now, or I'm on the record board here, or you're in the professional league thing. They want to kiss your ass now, and it's like, fuck you. You know what I mean?
that does happen, but you'd be surprised how often that doesn't happen. Like, I get more of this. So I haven't played in 2 years.
Right.
Realistically, let's say 3, because I only threw 6 innings that 1 year before I got hurt again. But like, I've had people come up to me that we're friends in high school. Like, I'm quoting friends here, but they come up to me I'll be at a bar with my brother or with the rest of the group. And they'll come up and be like, "Hey, man, how you doing? You're finally back home like the rest of us." I go, they're like, well, we haven't heard anything about you for a couple of years. I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm hurt." Oh, so you thinking about retiring yet? I go, I told him.
It's fine. No, go ahead. Yeah.
I told a guy, I looked him up and down. I go, this older guy. I go, when you lose about 50 pounds, brother, is when I'm retiring. Went back to sipping on my drink, and obviously that did not go over well. But like, I'm gonna do this as long as I can, and go as far as I can. And if that means my time ends here in the States, I mean, I have options to go play, and obviously, I'd like to stay away from Mexico, but Mexico, Japan, Korea, like all those places are paying great for American-born players that can come in and contribute right away. And as soon as I get on the field, I know I can contribute. That's like a normal thing I've done in the past. You've seen the numbers. Right. And it's just one of those things where I got bit by the injury bug, knock on wood here that injury bug is now gone. But that's just the way, sometimes the way the ball bounces. And I'm to the point now where it's like, I got that second surgery. I got my second elbow surgery in April. And mind you, those were back-to-back as well. And my PT was like, "Listen, dude, take your time. We're going to figure this out." I go, "No, fuck you, man. Listen." I'm like, and I got mad. I got like defensive. And he's like, "What are you getting mad at me for?" I'm like, "Because you just spent 12 months with me. My mentality." 3 days later, we got the surgery.
Yeah. No. Now, I don't want to get too much into injury, because I don't think any athlete likes to talk about it. But would you rather prefer what's going on with your shoulder right now more than maybe what's going on like Tommy John that some guys deal with? Which one do you think?
I had the shoulder my freshman year of college. I've had two. I've had 2 Tommy John surgeries in the last year.
Holy shit, Josh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Man. Fuck it. Just keep going. That's what I.
Hey man, that's what at this point, man. If they stick a little carbon fiber thing in there, a little spring, I'd be happy. But
does it hurt though when you're?
Not anymore. No, we are. Knock on wood again. But we're pain free right now. The velocity is starting to tick back up. I'm throwing about 120 feet, which is, for you baseball players, you people out there, you people that don't play baseball, is home to second base. So it's far, but not that far. Far enough to where I can throw it hard and keep it on a line, or if I want to put some arc on it, I can.
Right.
But dude, if I had to pick a surgery, I kid you not, I would choose the elbow over all the surgeries I've had. Like it's gone kind of smoothly, but if you think about this too, it's just it's just my elbow. It's my elbow. So like you're in a sling, you're in a splint, you're in like one of those robo arm braces too. Shoulder, when I had my shoulder, I couldn't move. I was stuck at 90 degrees. You had it was like a big plate, dude. When I was in college, man, I was the guy at the party sitting there with a bottle, sitting there. But I also had I also had knee surgery in 2018, and the knee surgery I had isn't like a normal athlete injury. So
Okay.
I ruptured my patella tendon.
Oh shit. Okay.
Blew out the medial part of my meniscus, which is the inside of my leg, and I had a small tear in my hamstring just because of the way my leg bent after everything ruptured.
Right.
But it was so bad and so loud. The trainer at the time came out and grabbed my arm because he thought I broke my arm. That's how loud that tendon, when it popped, when it went.
No.
So, and now I have 6 screws in my leg. I got 3 in my femur and 3 in my tibia that are holding the new tendon that's been cleaned up and back. It's back in there now.
Shit.
But dude, I had no quad muscle. I had no hamstring. My right, like I got a decent sized set of legs here.
Right.
My right leg looked like it was like a driver shaft.
Oh,
you can see the bone, like shit was just hanging. I was like, shit, I might not ever walk again. Like, and everyone's like, oh yeah, you'll be fine. You'll come back. I was like, do you see what I see? Because that's not right, man. Like my kneecap was dislocated. Everything you can think about, minus the ACL, PCL, and MCL being ruptured and destroyed was ruptured and destroyed.
Holy shit.
Somehow those 3 major ligaments did not tear, which would have probably, like, you know, if one of those would have went along with everything else, it probably would have ended my career there. So I'm, lucky that happened. But like,
right,
dude, like with the other ones with the arms, like you could at least get up and go do something. You could walk. Like I could go to class. I could, but one or two, go get something to eat or go hang out with friends.
right.
With this thing, like when this blew out, it was like in bed. Like I'm not doing anything.
Right.
And the shitty thing was, like, I could only lay on my back. I couldn't rotate. This thing had to stay still. So it was like there was no moving. So like I finally gave in and got Netflix, Hulu, all that stuff, and just sat there like this.
No, then you were all right, Josh.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, no. I'm going to tell you, those, muscles and ligaments, things you just touched on there. A lot of runners get that shit going on. If you fall, if you're running in the snow and all this different stuff. I've been very blessed. It's only been my, the foot with some of the ligaments in my foot. But I'll tell you, fuck that. Okay. Because you get one leg or, I get very, if if a lot of people out there know me, Josh, and I think it would be honored for a pitcher, Achilles. I freak the fuck out about. I don't like people fucking with my Achilles or anything.
It's dude. My right leg, like it's back to being strong. It's about the same size. There's a little bit of atrophy still there.
Right.
That was in 2018. So how many years ago?
Oh,
it's still. I'll be honest. My pitching mechanics haven't exactly gotten back to like what they were when I was throwing super hard because this right leg is still a little weak. And now, for the second Tommy John, they took part of my hamstring and put it in there. So, like, once again, we're set back a little bit. So, it's finally starting to – I mean, it's back to normal. I want to say it's the new norm, It's back to that. But, like, it's been beat up. We'll put it that way. So, and now that my velocity is starting to tick back up and I'm starting to throw a little further and harder, like – I'm starting to see where I used to be deficient, but now with so much rehab, we're pretty much back to like, listen, this guy's going to, back to where I was when I was throwing 95 to 97. Like he's coming back. The arm feels great. I'm moving a little differently. I decided to train a little different.
Okay.
There's still some like traditional weightlifting in there, like, the squat, bench, deadlift, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I kind of went outside the box when it comes to like, focusing on more speed than heavy weight. And, obviously the numbers haven't gone as high as they used to, like when it comes to weight wise, but I feel twitchy. Like, as a runner, like you'd rather be twitchy than powerful. So I'm trying to walk that fine line of being twitchy, powerful, and explosive at the same time. So
fucking trail, baby.
Yeah. We're trying, it's not easy, man.
No.
I'm taking, obviously the twin stuff, I'm doing all theirs. I have a strength coach in Pittsburgh,
Okay.
like a velocity specialist, obviously arm specialist, but
Oh,
his
shit.
nephew is the strength coach, and he played football at Duquesne. He was a slot receiver in DB, so he's fast and twitchy. So I'm
Yep.
taking his stuff from there. I'm pulling stuff that I see that on my research. Like I'll spend 2 to 3 hours the night before bed just staring at my iPad or my laptop, trying to figure stuff out. And like, how can this help me? How can taking things from different players, and I got a whole mess of stuff. And I'm working with Joe Beimel right now as well.
God bless
And
him.
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
fantastic human being right there.
That's the fucking guy. Just want to touch on that real quick. I don't want to interrupt you, Josh, but if anybody's not familiar, Joe Beimel, he played for, the Pirates. Who else? Josh,
Dodgers, the Rays,
Okay.
the Rangers, Seattle.
Right.
I think there's like one or two more. Oh, he played for the Padres.
Okay. Oh yeah, when he fucking
minor league deal with the Padres. Yep.
But that's the dude that I was gonna be like, hey, have you talked to this guy? Because
Listen, Joe and I are on a texting, phone call, and FaceTime basis.
That's
man.
fucking awesome. That's awesome.
Just like picking his brain. I try not to pick his brain because I'd rather like. There's times where I want to be like a friend and just kind of chill with him, and there's times where like, hey, listen, Joe, this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm moving. What do you think? And his program is, his program has been fantastic. Like, I'm seeing different different changes, different adaptations that my body's never done, and I'm like, my body's like, oh, you're 28 years old. What the hell are you doing? Like, why are you changing this? Right. But at the same time, it's like, oh, I like that. Let's do it again. I like that one. Let's do that again. I don't like that, Joe. I'm taking that one out. Okay. All right. And he's been very like player friendly when it comes to coaching and training, being a trainer. And the best part is like he gets it. He's been there. He did it for 10 plus years. Who else is name someone else is better to go to at this point? Like for me, and he's left-handed. I was like, oh shit. If we're gonna this is gonna be the so-called last hurrah, we're doing it right.
Right. No, and I mean, and another fun fact for people out there that might not know. I mean, every time he faced Barry Bonds, he fucked him up. So you know what I mean?
I think he gave up one hit to Bonds or walked him one time or some shit like that. But the other 15 times he got him out.
Right. So I mean, it's just I don't know. That's I was just gonna say that's the one guy, homegrown guy that I think he kind of set the standard, and then you're following in his footsteps too, Josh, and you're inspiring athletes as well. You know what I mean? So that's just fucking cool to see. Going off the younger athletes out there, Josh, one piece of advice you would like to give to any athlete out there. They probably might not watch it because of the language, because we have to mark it. It's not for kids on YouTube, but
Sorry.
Sorry, no, I swear to, I don't give a shit. But what would be one piece of advice you'd give? Maybe you look back at your 18-year-old self and say, oh shit, what did you learn? What would you have done different?
That's a good question. Oh, I got you. All right, so
yeah,
it's gonna sound very freaking cliche, but cliches are cliches for a reason because they're true.
Right.
It's just to have fun, man. Like my high school career, even leading up to that, it was so like bang, bang, bang. We got to do this. We got to do this. And a lot of it was like my doing, obviously. But like, I love my father to death. Sometimes I feel like we don't have the greatest relationship.
Right.
But there was a lot of times where he was a coach first and a father second.
No.
Which I think kind of like took a little bit of fun out of the game for me, because he coached me just about everything. So I feel like there was a lot of times where I was being coached just because.
Right.
And not saying I don't want to push fathers away from coaching. Like I said, I love my dad. It took me till when I was 21. I came home after pro ball. I was like, listen, I get it. I sat him down. We smoked a cigar together. Had a couple drinks. I'm like, Dad, I get it. I understand why you did it.
Right.
21 years old, or I came back from college, but 21 years, like I get it. Like, there's a time where I like wanted to hit you with a bat, to be honest with you. But I get it. And him doing that turned me into the man I am today. And I will, I'll defend that man till the cows come home at this point. Like he's my ride or die. He's my number one fan. You know, sometimes, like I said, we don't see eye to eye, but we're so similar that it's just two Rams going at each other.
Right.
But
Right.
it's just to make sure it's fun. Like, continue to have fun, because at the end of the day, guys, it's a game. You know, you're playing a game. I'm playing a kid's game at the age of 28.
Right.
Listen, if my career ended like in, I don't know, at 8:15, and my career ended at 8:16 right now, like I got a call say, hey, you're done. I'd be a little bummed, but I go to bed tonight knowing that I gave everything I could and then some.
Right.
I have no regrets, none whatsoever, and I'm making it fun again. And I know it's supposed to be a job, quote unquote, but like I'm making it fun again. I'm having fun. I'm pulling pranks on guys in the clubhouse. I'm like just being a kid. You know, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to be a kid when you're 28 and look like this. But but just having fun has changed my outlook and changed probably my trajectory of my career, granted with all the injuries as well, but it's just having that 3-letter word, man, can make or break your career, can make or break anything you do in life. It's just having fun in life and having pride in what you do is my biggest thing. If you're there just to fuck around, do us all a favor and go home. Quite frankly, take it seriously, but have fun. Like you're gonna. There's times to fuck around. There's times to have fun, but there's times to be like, all right, I gotta tighten up my belt, one belt loop, and go to work. You got to be able to decipher that difference. But having fun and remembering that it's a game at the same time, that's what I would say to kids is enjoy it, live it up.
Right. No, just to touch on the fuck around part. You know, I think there's a lot of kids, Josh, from our area, and I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not going to do that. But I just think, you know, if I always remember looking back at my career, if again, I'm not going to bombard you with all my bullshit on your episode, okay? But I
you
think
can if you want to, man.
I really think, if I didn't have Weejay in my life, you know of Weejay,
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know Weejay.
I don't think he's watched an episode of this, Josh, because I think he would be like, all right, that's enough of that language on there. Okay.
He might be, he might look at this one for both of us as Weejay. I think very highly of Weejay. He thinks very highly of me. I think he might be a little upset.
But I really think like the coaches you had at when you were in British Columbia, you know, other, you know, guys that, you know, Joe Bimo, I think kids, if you don't meet that one person or that group of guys that give a shit about you just a little bit, you know what I mean? I think your whole, you know, even in professional world or athletic world, you could go a completely different fucking way. I'm serious. Like, So when you got to be very careful, because I know there's a lot of runners that I ran against that, you know, they talked about horror stories that, you know, they had coaches that were assholes and they ended up, you know, not fucking enjoying it like me. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. We're going to New York City. I'm from Little County. This is fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Dude, I'm telling you, when I saw Seattle for the first time, I was like, what in the world is this?
The top cities you played in, is there any that you just, this is fucking awesome? Like, this is a surreal moment for me?
So I never played in Seattle, but or traveling through it to get back to get on the ferry to go to the island of Vancouver, the Victoria. Seattle was top notch, man. It was so cool. A lot of homeless at the time, which wasn't exactly the most fun, but like it was just to be able to experience it. Like I saw the Space Needle, all that stuff. But the tops, I mean, playing in Pittsburgh, man, those fans are ruthless, bro.
Right. Hail to Pitt, God damn it.
Hail to Pitt, baby. Hail to H2P. Let's go. But hey, by the way, H2P against UCLA tomorrow, 2:00.
Yep.
Everybody tune in. Money line is 250. I expect everybody to take it.
All right.
Take my Panthers. We got a backup quarterback going, but we also have a first team All-American running back who's gonna get the ball about 40 times. So hail to Pitt.
Right.
I also liked what was another one? Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach is good.
The Dirty Myrtle, man. The Dirty Myrtle in High A was ridiculous.
Right.
Those awesome. Fans, it was great. But I'd say the top city, probably man. It probably just because, like I said, those fans.
Right.
We didn't get a lot of them. I would say we probably averaged like maybe close to 500 or 600 at baseball games. But like when they showed out, they showed out. They
Right.
did.
Right.
They didn't fuck around. They knew what they were
No.
doing.
Right. I think there's like.
Yeah, Victoria was good. I think Victoria actually that summer ball that year in summer ball, the last year where I went out and played really well. We averaged like 6,000 fans a game.
Nope.
A home game.
Holy shit.
So excuse me, but so that was fun. And then so I had a beard back then. I'm sure you can look it up too, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't like it wasn't this big.
Right.
And I remember like one of my last home starts before the playoffs. This is like one of the few times where like I'm throwing it. I'm like, I'm in the bullpen and I'm throwing to the point where like my catcher could have put like freaking thumbtack on his cup and I would have hit it. That's how good it was going that day. And that's how good it. I took like a no hitter into the 8th inning. That's how good it ended up going.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, take a deep breath and be like, all right, I know I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna shove like that. To the point where I told my pitching coach, I'm like, just throw whatever you want, man. We got it today. I'm gonna stick up their ass. He started laughing.
Right.
I go walking down, and there's a kid in the front row with a foam finger. It says "Go Cats," and he's got like this beard sharpied on. And this for the first time I ever like before start, cracked a smile, laugh, stop, sign the kid's ball, and I'm like, listen, I'll come back for you after the game. I go, meet me right here. And he goes, okay. So I'll go out, play great, whatever. I come out of the game in the 8th. I threw like 160 pitches. I threw way too many pitches. But I'm coming out. I'm going back to the locker room to like do my training room stuff. I'm back there with the trainer. I usually shower and I'll go sit and I'll throw. I had 2 pairs of baseball pants. I'll throw another pair on, throw my BP top on, and go sit in the dugout.
Okay.
And I'm walking and I'm like, the kid's waiting. I'm like, I look at my catcher. I go, you think Mr. Swanson would be a little pissed when I gave him my jersey?
Right. Oh shit.
And he goes,
okay.
And he goes, do it. Unbutton it, take it off, sign it. Here you go, buddy.
Oh wow.
I get a text like after the game, a few hours after the game. He goes, I go, well, the kid in the front row had it. He goes,
yeah.
He goes, you're lucky he's like, you're lucky you're one of our he's lucky you're the ace. I go, why is that?
Right.
He goes, I would have sent your ass home. I would have sent anyone else's ass home. I go, I'm sorry. He goes, sorry, we got an extra one. We got an extra one in the closet. You're good. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. No.
So every game after that kid rocked a jersey for a while. And then the next day it was kind of funny. Like I didn't have a jersey at the time. Like they're like, listen, you got to sit in the closet. You got to sit with your sweatshirt on. I'm like, it's 90 degrees outside. You guys are dicks.
Right.
But it's funny. I got named pitcher of the year.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like, all right, Josh, go take a picture. I like go out there and take a picture with Jim, Mr. Swanson. Yeah. And I'm in a pit hoodie because I don't have a jersey. I'm like, all right, guys, thanks. Yeah,
oh, and then with all the bullshit going on at the same time.
And he looks at me, he goes, I go, yep, payback. Just started laughing.
Jesus. But I
bought him a drink after the game.
Yeah. No, you probably made that kid's, fucking life right there, though, Josh, even though
I told you, man, I always stop and sign for a kid.
Yeah.
Usually as a starter, like usually that's my time to like that walk from the bullpen to the dugout is usually my time to like, this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. But when I saw that, I was like,
I gotta say hi.
I gotta stop. Like you went out of the way. I don't know if it was Sharpie Expo or whatever the hell he put on his face, but like it was fantastic. And I'm like, listen, bro. Like I'm like, listen, little man. Like he had to have been no older than like 8, and he's watching these college guys, and like he's watching these, honestly, grown men.
Right.
Grown men do something that he wants to do. So like he's intent. He's locked in. He's like studying.
Right.
Every bullpen. Like now that I'm like thinking about it, and like after I did that with him, he would be like sitting at like where the catcher was when I would pitch, just like the bullpens in the bullpen. And he'd be watching. He's watching. And it would got to a point where like his dad would like come grab him and take him back. But it was like every time I would start, he was the one that was there. And then my second to last home start, he did that, and I was like, you know what, man, like that's something I'll never forget. That's something I'll take with me for the rest of my life. And I hope to God that kid still has that jersey and I've left that lasting effect, because that's just growing the game. Like, during COVID, the whole thing was let the kids play. Like, you know, if that doesn't happen, maybe that kid never plays again. You know, maybe he's like, oh, he's a dickhead. I don't want to play this game anymore. All baseball players are dicks. But like now that I'm not saying I did that. I'm not saying that what I did is going to keep him playing for the rest of his life. But he'll always have that memory at a baseball field, at a park, at a game. Like he's going to want to keep going back. So
yeah, he's going to be like that Josh Mitchell guy was a fucking stand-up guy. Thank him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Josh. But I had to add that because it's just no, you know what I mean. I think kids just it doesn't matter what level, wherever the hell it is. I think, Josh, even when you were in high school, you and Eric on the basketball team. I mean, you guys were fucking gods to the little Elker guys. I mean, I remember going to your guys' games. Oh, you're I think 3 or 4 years older than me, right? 20,
yeah,
25.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it was just Johnsburg had their own little show going on over there. ECC. I don't really talk about ECC. I don't want to, but no, you know what I mean? Like, it's just us. You impacted in Ridgeway, you impacted everywhere you go. You know what I mean? So that speaks volume to you. You know what I mean? Even though people should not expect, if you're coming from the dugout, to come on to the mound, to say something to them when you're trying to get jacked up and just smoke motherfuckers at the at home plate. Dude, I'm going to fucking war right now. Like, I don't have time to
exactly. And like I made this comment on like on a radio kind of show, and it got some backlash it got some backlash, and I was like, when I put my jersey on and step between those lines, it's time for me to go to war.
Right.
And it got taken a little bit out of context. So I'm not saying I have the utmost respect for our military. Like, I have family members that were in the military. I can't do it.
Right.
You know, I don't think I could.
Right.
But when I put my uniform on that says Mitchell on the back, like I'm not only representing the name on the front, I'm representing my family, you know, my Lydia, my everything. So like County. When I made the comment, you know, it's time for me to go to war, it's time for me to do my job, like that's all it was. It was like this is my war. My war is the hitter at home plate, because realistically, whether he's a teammate in spring training or not,
right,
he's trying to take food off my table. And I try to explain this to people today, and they're like, well, ELE, everybody love everybody, let's just fucking shake hands. Like the competitive nature, man, is gone. Like like it's gone. Like, and even like I said, it might be a spring training game and he might say Minnesota Twins on the front. I'm not going to earhole him because he is my teammate and I do respect him. I'm not going to earhole him. But if it was anybody else, I don't have a problem with doing that.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Right.
But like, he's trying to take, you know, he might be just like, oh, he's just trying to get his work in. You don't tell me you don't see Rocco Baldelli standing back there watching? You don't see the GM, the owner watching? Like, he's trying to take food off my plate, off my table for my family. Right. I'm sorry, but like, fuck you. And if you get me, you get a hit, or you pimp something, I'm gonna chirp your ass the whole way around the bases and make sure the second time you come up, you're not gonna like that.
No,
that's the best way I can describe it. Is he's trying to take food off my table, man. He's you know, I take it personally. And then with the Royals, we would always have ex-players come back. Bo Jackson came back. So like
shit.
And we're taking the big league club's taking BP. I'm a backup for the big league club at this time during spring training, and I get Bo by himself, and I'm just talking to him, you know, just chopping it up. We're sitting in the dugout. I probably should have been out shagging. I think I sat with Bo for about an hour.
Oh wow!
And I'm picking his brain, but not picking his brain. I think he knew what I was doing, and I go, Bo, listen, man, I got to ask you one question. And this is where a lot of that just came from. I go, Bo, what was your thought process? Like, you were head and shoulders the best player that stepped on the field, that ever stepped on the field, a football field.
Right.
In baseball, you were fantastic. You were super raw. I'm like, what was your mentality, Bo? Like, what was for both of them? He goes, I set out to take motherfuckers' jobs. I was like, excuse me? He goes, I set out to take motherfuckers' jobs. He's like, my job is to go out and take his job. He's like, he's like, I went to Auburn as a second running back on the depth chart to a senior. He goes, My job was to take his job. It wasn't to be a practice dummy because nobody could tackle me. I was like, oh shit, well, all right.
Right. Yeah, no. I think, and again, just to go back to that, I don't think people understand, and I'm going to be honest with you, Josh. Whoever called in that radio station, I don't think we don't have a lot of snowflake followers, but that's a snowflake right there, because I think everybody that is a decent human being understands, if you're an athlete, that we're not saying we're in the military or trying to be like the military. God bless their fucking souls. They deserve the best, and they know that. That's how we feel. But no, even at the collegiate level, I think every athlete, if they've competed at the collegiate level, you're competing to keep your goddamn scholarship. I don't know how it was at Pitt.
I mean, I lost mine my junior year.
Right.
And you know what the best part was? When I went back, I told him I was going to be at I saw after like the stuff so I was looking at the place I really wanted to go, like I said, was Hawaii. I had an offer, like they wanted me. I was like, oh yeah. Right. Well, then I found out I had to graduate. And I was like, all right, we'll figure this out. So like, the guy that recruited me to Hawaii, which was fantastic, dude. What the selling point? It's Hawaii. I'm like, yeah, you don't got to say much, man. He goes, listen, graduate, we'll get you into the grad program. He goes, you have a full ride, dude, for a year left, or I had 2 years technically. Oh, wow. He's like, you're gonna have a full ride for those 2 years. I go, are you serious? He goes, dude, we'll set you up an apartment. Like, we'll take care of you. Like, you've been through some shit. I'm gonna tell you this right now. We're gonna take care of you. I'm like, you know what? At that point, like, it was hard for me to believe somebody or anything from anybody. But like, I believed him. I was like, holy shit, I'm in. I'm going to fucking Hawaii. Like, I'm going to an island. I'm literally. I told my mom, and I'm so excited. My mom will never come back. Right. I didn't even go yet. So, right. When I found out I think I needed 9 credits to graduate, and 12 was what was like considered like a normal workload, or the least you could have to be eligible to play.
12, yep. Okay.
Took my 9, got my 12, or whatever. I ended up doing it, but I called Pitt, and I was ready to tell them I'm coming back to graduate and going to fucking Hawaii. That was what I had written down. Like, I sat there trying to figure out, short and sweet. I was going to call the head coach. I ended up calling him. And this is how the conversation went. I didn't let him talk much. Rightfully so. He didn't deserve it at this point. Right. I said, you know what? I called him Skip. I go, you know what, Skip? I'm coming back. I'm going to be your Friday night starter, and I'm going to get drafted. I'm going to be the ace of the club. I go, you can bet on it. And he laughed, and I looked at the phone and hung up.
Oh, wow.
And at that point, I should have been like, you know what, I'm going to Hawaii. But I went back as a walk-on, pretty much, because I saw the roster spot but didn't have the scholarship money.
Oh, boy.
And they give me this locker. I remember it wasn't the same locker that I had, but they give it to me, and next to this new freshman, this big, like 6'5".
Oh, yeah, let's just fucking shove the dagger more in the wound there. Yeah, that's nice. Okay.
Well, listen, 6'5", 230-pound lefty.
Uh-huh.
Lefty. So the scholarship money that got taken away, given to him.
They gave it to that freak. Okay.
So, and he ended up. I think he ended up quitting and transferring to Division II, and I felt, and I kind of felt bad.
Right.
But I rode his ass the entire year. We're doing our Hell Week, or our Omaha Challenge, and I'm riding him to the point. I'm like, you got my scholarship money? All right. That's it. And the head coach heard it. The pitching coach heard it. The freaking graduate assistant who's standing 8 miles over there, blowing a whistle, telling us to go, heard it. Right. All right. I'm gonna make sure you earn it. I don't know if it was a good or bad thing, but I apologize. His name was Peyton. I'm not gonna say his last name, but I'm like, I apologize, Peyton.
Right.
Kind of rode you like a dick for a while, so kind of was an asshole to you.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Josh. There has been times, and I think I've heard it from other athletes. I've heard it from younger. I don't know how familiar you are. I think we're both in the same category as. I don't think you're familiar with cross country. I'm not really familiar with baseball to the degree I should be. Okay.
Yeah, I dated a cross country girl in college for about 2 weeks.
Oh
That was
shit!
really
Okay.
that was about the end of that one. I did. That's an offline story for you me to tell.
All right. But I think though I'm just like you in that as we have been talking here, I'm like, this fucking guy's a lot like me. And why the fuck haven't we crossed paths until this point?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Right? But I'll tell you, that's what I always did. Like if a coach would give special attention to the that athlete, any team I was on. Okay, motherfucker, you don't know this, but you're on my list now. Now I'm gonna make sure that you
100%. 100, like you're gonna earn it, and if you don't earn it, then I'm sorry. Like I said earlier, you don't want to be on the raft. I'll let you drown. I'm okay with that. I don't
Right.
need no dead weight.
right.
But like, and I feel like that mentality that we have is kind of a lost thing now. Like, that snowflake that called into that radio thing. That was
Right.
during the whole cancel culture
Oh, yeah.
BS. So like,
Oh yeah.
there was a point where I'm like, am I about to get canceled from some dude in the woke society to
Right.
get like am I about to get canceled? Nothing ever came of it, obviously, but like
Right.
I'm like this like the hard nose. Like I feel like being from El County, you kind of get it's just born into you a little bit. Like the hard nose, the blue collar, like just I'm gonna get this shit done, and if I can't do it, I'm gonna figure out a way to get it done.
Right.
I feel like that's kind of lost, and
Yeah.
you can probably attest to this too. The reason we have this, no nonsense attitude, because we have this no nonsense attitude or this fuck you attitude kind of thing,
Right.
we're not really well liked by a lot of people.
Not a good perception. There's not a good
No.
perception. And I've had people, Josh, just talking about their sports teams. Tom Brady. I'm not a fan of him. If I always make that clear to everybody, and they're like, "That is awful. You said that about it." Well, I really don't give a fuck about your feet. That's how I. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna be. But I think I'm gonna be honest. I went to Bonaventure, and maybe you saw it down there when you were at Pitt or wherever you went along. People kind of they're like, "Oh shit, this guy's different." El County,
Yeah.
like, and there's something.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like there's no filter. If the coach or whoever, your professor gives you shit, you kind of are like, I want to fucking jab back at him, but I can't, but I'm just going to throw this little nudge at him. And, but yeah, no, I think that's just our thing. You just don't take no shit. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. When I talk shit about the Raiders, outside of me and Eric, when we were doing episodes together, everybody has that little fucking thing in them that it's like, dude, fuck you. Like
it's like everyone tells me like you got a short fuse. I'm like, I know, and it's a good thing. That's why you don't mess with me, do you? And they're like, well, that's a good point. I'm like, exactly. Like,
I don't know if it's the Irish, Italian, German, Polish, all the different fucking people there, but it's just like a combination of just. I'm not taking anybody's fucking bullshit, and I'm gonna. Yeah, it's just funny. But
I think a lot of that too. I mean, you and Eric, it. He's got that short fuse too.
Right.
So my dad and Eric's dad, Dave, were best friends in high school.
Oh wow, okay.
So Eric and I, fast forward to Eric and I being around. It started from a young age, and that competitiveness going one-on-one all the time, in everything, and it. He won a lot of the basketball. I won a lot of the baseball.
Right.
I was also about double Eric's size when I was in high school, so like I would just lay on him if I really needed to win something.
Yeah.
But that started from that competitiveness starts from a young age,
right.
And you're an athlete that plays at a high, like competes at a high level, even if just in high school, like that competitive edge will take you above and beyond, not just in sports but in life too, man. Like
right.
Like just being competitive in general is like it's a gift. Everyone's like, oh, it's a curse too. I'm like, where the fuck has it been a curse? Can we talk about this? Like you're competitive, you get what you feel you deserve. And if you have to step on either toes or like brush elbows or bump elbows, fine. I'm okay with that.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, I'm not one of these, like I said, shake hands. We're gonna sing Kumbaya here. Like if you don't like me, fine. I'm not gonna waste my time and talk to you. Maybe I don't like you. Maybe you ever think of that one? Like
right. I gotta ask you, Josh. I probably during the summertime, that's focus in on baseball. That was your summers. Did you ever play at Benzinger Park? league?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Not maybe like a handful of games. Maybe like a handful in my few years.
It is. I have not been there, and there's a lot of fucking people that cannot stand me that maybe still play there. But I will tell you, if anybody from that's not from Elk County, it's down in our area in the summertime. Go to Benzinger Park. You will see competition that does not fucking matter. But it's
Everything that we talked about, you're gonna see at that park, man. People cussing people out, and the best part is they bring Kenny Nett back to ref in the freaking playoffs.
Yes, yeah.
Guys,
Right.
He snaps back more than the players do.
Oh, you don't take no shit. I remember I was
No.
in 8th grade, and I think I said "God damn it" or something, because I always like to tip the ball out when the guy was dribbling down the court. I always tip it out and then try to grab it or dive for it and get it to another player. And he's like, "You need to watch your language on the court here. What the hell?" And I was like, "Holy shit! Okay, I'm in." Like,
My bad, Kenny.
I was like,
I
"Holy
remember.
shit."
I remember we're playing my senior year. Junior and senior, I got 2 basketball stories. I got a lot of stories in basketball. Maybe
Yeah.
you're so good.
Yeah, we
Junior year, I went back to my high school just to went back and saw my guidance counselor. I think she was at the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Patricia Shop, nicest lady in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, we're just talking in the office a little bit, and she's like, "Hey, I got to ask you something." I'm like, "All right, like, what are we doing here?" I was like, "Well, I don't know where this is going. I'm nervous." She goes, "You remember when you ran that referee over in basketball?" I go, "Oh my God."
Oh, boy.
And she goes, my Aaron, her husband at the time, I think still husband.
Yeah.
He's like, every time he sees you, every time something gets brought up, he always talks about you were bigger than an ox when you were 17. Well, so long story short, I'll tell you a story.
Yeah.
Loose ball, right?
Uh-huh.
You remember the Ridgeway gym? That's like the doors on each side of the gym.
Yep.
Like the thick oak doors. Like they're not small doors.
They haven't. I was there. I don't know when it was. Yeah. I always went to the game.
I haven't gone back in a while, so they might have changed it. But
Right.
remember, this ball's bouncing out of bounds, and I think I might have even touched it. I don't know what the hell happened, but I'm taking off. I forget who the ref was, but he was standing there like whistling his mouth like deer in the headlights. And I'm like, I didn't think. I just kept going.
Right.
I don't think I got the ball, but I did. I got it and threw it to the opposite team, which I was mad about that. But I hit this guy, and he went like the doors were closed, and he hit and went through the doors.
Oh shit,
his
Josh!
Ass outside, and I like got up, and I'm like, I gotta go.
Did you get a tee?
Play defense.
No, did they tee up?
He got no, like it was like he got back, and he was like something happened, timeout or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Hey Mitchell," I go, "Yeah, blue." I call baseball blue, umpire blue.
Right.
I call him stripes. I'm pretty sure that's like a racist comment to a ref. And I'm like, "Yeah, blue." And he goes, "Blue." I don't think he got the reference, but he's like,
Right.
"Don't ever do that again." I go, "Listen, man, I'm sorry." I just put my hands on him and said, "I'm sorry," and walked back to the bench.
He probably needed to take a shot of whiskey while the timeout was happening. Right?
He needed whiskey and a cold bath. That's how hard it hit him. So then the next story, he's like, also Aaron remembers when you tackled that kid. I go, "Oh my God."
Oh.
So we're playing Kane my senior year. I think this is like to the point where we're beating them bad.
Yeah, they weren't good over the years, Josh.
They struggled.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat that either. I don't care.
You don't have to. Right. Well, he was like 6'6". He was this big, goofy looking dude.
Oh, I remember this guy. Yep.
Long, like moppy hair.
Yep.
We come up. I go up for a rebound, and I could jump, but like he's like 6'8". Like he was getting it before I was getting it.
Right.
He got it, and he brought it down, and I went to grab it, and I missed. And I ended up, and he was a twig. I wrapped this dude up like Ray Lewis and was trying to get this ball. And the cheerleaders spread like the Red Sea, and I put him against the bleachers.
Oh, shit.
His grandfather was so upset. Like, he thought I did it on purpose. He came out, got onto the court. The refs threw him out. They're like, Mitch, you got to go sit down. I go, what'd I do? Like, I was so into, like, give me the ball that I tackled this kid. And I sit down at the end of the bench. I'm like, chirping back at the ref. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you talking about?
Right.
And one of my buddies was like, dude, you just tackled that kid. I go, get out of here. I pushed him and shoved him. Like, I was upset I was out of the game.
Right.
I'm sitting there and, like, a couple minutes go by. The quarter goes by. I'm like, look too good, did it? After the quarter, I go and apologize. I'm like, listen, dude, you good? He's like backing up. I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to fight. I'm just asking, are you good?
Right.
And he goes, yeah, I'll probably have like a back bruise on my back. I go, yeah, I did hit you pretty hard, didn't I? And he walks over to the coach and sits down on the bench. The kid didn't come back in.
Oh, boy.
Fast forward, like 2 weeks later, we go to Kane.
Oh, shit.
And like, I'm getting chirped. I'm not everyone. I'm getting it.
Right.
And we go out to warm up. Granted, Kane sucked once again.
Right.
But they had a full house, and I'm just
riding
my ass like it's nobody's business.
It was like it was like Paul shouldn't have turned. It's like all these people are here to watch, just not a good team. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, Josh. I'm not going to let it go. They fucking suck.
And Johnsonburg a few years prior started the "We Found Sasquatch" chant.
Oh.
And they called me Sasquatch.
Oh,
I thought it was funny as shit. Well, they did it, and they had like a big Sasquatch sign and like a big.
No, they kept it classy.
Yeah, and so TA sits me down. Tony Allegro sits me down. He's like, "You're probably not going to play too much." Like, I'm like, "Yeah, probably smart."
Right.
Well, I didn't start. Well, kid comes out and puts up like 6 points right away. Like the kid that I tackled. And I see TA kind of look down, sits back, and I'm like getting ready to take my jersey and take my ball. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna chill here. Well, this kid, I don't think he scored more than 12 points in his whole life. Ended up having 12 at the half. And every time we're talking, Tony keeps looking. He keeps looking. Kid goes out, gets a fast break and dunks it. He goes, Mitch. I stood up. I'm like, about damn time. I come in the game. Come inside the 3-point line ever again.
Oh, shit.
I go, yep.
Oh, boy.
You wanted no business. And come down and, like, we're on offense.
Right.
At that time, my senior year, we had Sam Roselli, who was 6'5", bigger kid.
I enjoy the hell out of that guy. I do.
That is a quality human. Like, he's married now with a kid on the way. I'm so happy for that kid. So, he ends up guarding Sam.
Right.
This is not little, but okay, little. Like 5'8" kid guards me. I'm like,
I'm gonna fucking eat you, Bo.
I'm gonna pass this ball. I'm gonna pass this ball, and I'm gonna see what happens next. Back around, I get it. I go.
He's still here. Oh.
2 dribbles, and I put my shoulder down
to
like try and go around him. I hit him, Drew, and he like, shoo!
Yeah.
The other way.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Those fans erupted. I was like,
no.
I'm out. Tony goes, listen, you're not going back in. Make sure you don't get hit with nothing.
Right.
Like, all right, deal. So I leaned back. We ended up winning like 84 to like 32 or something.
Oh, you just kicked the shit out of them.
They shouldn't even been on the court. It was like playing 5-on-0. Right. And it was like 5-on-0, the occasional, I'll give him a 3, make it look decent.
Right.
But like, we get back in the locker room and he goes, well, guys, good game. We played like 30 seconds. I'm like, yeah, I didn't even sweat. We're good.
No, it
was great.
Yeah, no, and I don't think people outside of our area understand. I think everybody waits for football is a big deal. I would say football is a big deal in Al County. Baseball is a very big fucking deal. But basketball,
you know what else is a huge deal? Wrestling.
Oh, wrestling's huge. Oh yeah.
Yep. Especially at Ridgeway. I mean, you remember, we used to be ranked in the nation for a while. We were like, you were gonna get pinned or pinned. It was just a matter of how long you wanted to last.
Right. No, but when basketball season comes around in L County, it turns into a fucking madhouse. It's just,
it's like it's a madhouse. It's like you got a bunch of like programs that like, I hate to say this, like, because I was a part of one of them.
Right.
Almost like some of them drank the fucking Kool-Aid, bro.
It gets intense. Yes.
Yeah, like ECC has always been like that, and I think
Right.
you know I give. I don't like giving a lot of compliments over there because
Right.
high school there's always that feud.
Yes.
I will say this: I do honestly like you might bash me for this one. You might even lose a little respect for me for this one.
Okay.
But I do respect Aaron Straub and the way he goes about
Oh
his
no.
stuff.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. He sat me down my junior year, and then I quit basketball, Josh. But
Oh,
but no, I'm going to be honest with you. Here's the thing, though.
so I need to recant real quick.
No. I think I'm not gonna get fucking intense about it. My skin just fucking crawled a little bit, but no, the
Damn. One time I give a compliment over there.
no, like I'm gonna be honest. I think what L County is like, and I think you can attest to this. If there's that athlete that is, and it happens every year, that in every sport they're the fucking dude. Like you were in baseball.
Yep.
And I think my time, why I was set, and I think if WJ watches this, like he's not going to drew it. We weren't doing that. I think he was like, dude, you're going to get hurt. You're not going to make it in basketball. I'm going to sit your ass and just stick to running because this is a waste of your time. Like that's what I really do when I look back on it.
Okay.
But I think we got to be, coaches have to be very careful though at times though, because I think
who was the top guy when you played? Who was Aaron's guy?
Holy shit.
Aaron always has a guy. We all know that Aaron always has a guy.
Ours was just, there was no, there was no like a Jesse Bosnick. There's not like there were my years. Corey Huff was the dude, Josh.
Oh, you had Corey. Okay, all right.
Corey Huff and Brandon Schlim. But I mean,
I was saying you're not that much younger than me. I just those times once I left, I kind of lost track until my brother started playing.
I'm going to be honest. I was thinking about transferring over to Johnsburg. I live on the Johnsburg Road there, near kind of towards Johnsburg on the outskirts of St. Mary's. I was like, fuck, I could go there, break the fucking records in track. I could watch Cole and Cam play.
Cole and Cam, yeah. Hey, speaking of that, Cole and Cam, can we talk about like I'm sure like the ECC games were big, but like I'll tell you what, man, like I've played at a lot of hostile crowds, college and pro ball. I don't know if there's too many places that top that Johnsonburg gym.
I'm going to be honest. So what happened was, I think the year prior, they paintballed the bus. So my sophomore year, I didn't play.
They paintballed the bus. Oh my god!
And I believe they froze them. And I remember that junior year, I'm looking around and everybody's a little fucking on edge. Like we're going to Johnsonburg. I think it was the first game of the season, and then I see a cop when we start going down the Johnsonburg Hill go in front of the bus. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like no one is like talking or saying anything. Everybody has their headphones on, and then we get in the parking lot, and I just remember everybody just walk in, be quiet, and I'm like, I'm a fucking bench player. So if anybody wants to talk shit to me, I'll probably join in because I'm
gonna answer right back.
I have no emotional attachment right now. I sit the bench. I get a little sweat on my ass from sitting, and that's it. There's nothing really. But we walked in there, and the whole hallway was lined, and grown fucking parents and shit, and the kids. A lot of those guys turned out to be my friends down the road, and we had great times at parties. But at the time, they were just bashing us, squids. I'm not going to say the other thing, that they always like to say.
Some other people, I mean, some Ridgeway fans have said it too, and I mean, I get it. I do. It's the rivalry thing, dude. I'm telling you, like the same thing happened. We get paintball. We got because we really didn't lose to them too often. There was a couple times,
right?
But my senior year, we played Berg at home, and I hit this little stupid ass scoop shot to win the game. And I think like a week later, we went there, and we just, I mean, I've never seen a team not hit a bucket in my life. We were down before I knew it. Like we were missing layups, we're missing wide open jump shots, like free throw. Like we were down 21-2, like a minute in the game. I was like, I sat down. I'm sitting like, kind of like getting a drink, and I look at my buddy, and I go, "We are gonna get run out of this gym."
Right.
I go, the best thing we can do is once this game is over, is pack up and just get the fuck out.
You gotta get out.
We ended up losing by like 28. Like it was like we.
Right.
I think we scored 30 points, and we were lucky that we scored 30 points.
Yeah.
There was like 3 minutes to go in the game, and people are leaving. Right. I'm like, all right. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, they're getting out. We go in, shower up, and we put our bags on, and we're walking out. And the hallway, all the way out to the bus, two lines of just chirping. I'm like,
give you some special treatment for the road. Yep.
I'm like, yep. That was my first like witness of like this is what a hostile environment is like.
Right.
I don't think I ever won over there, to be honest with you. My sophomore year we won over there. My junior year we got our ass kicked. Senior year we shouldn't even have been on the court.
Right.
It was like, I don't know, man.
Right.
Every time like it was just, I mean that's home, like home court advantage, like home field advantage. All that shit's a real thing. I didn't really realize it until then.
Well, here's what happens. I think, and I when I had Cole on, we did not get into it, but I told him, and it just for people that are not from our area that are listening, this is a small paper mill town. Basically, the whole town's just fucking around this huge plant. Everybody.
And my mom works there, and so does my dad used to be, just recently retired. But yeah,
I mean, it's great fucking place to work. But I'll tell you, I think the whole town, and I told Cole this before our little conversation, the whole fucking town shut down when Johnsonburg had a home basketball game.
Oh, dude, it was, you're not wrong.
And I told him that there's a fucking orb that goes around that gym, and it is just. That's when I started believing in supernatural shit. Was like this. This is just fucking insane. Like it would get to a point, and Josh, you probably saw it too when you're on the court. I mean, I saw it while on the bench. They would do some shit. Cole would hit some crazy shot. Cam, the fucking place would just go nuts, and you kind of knew right then and there, yeah, it's fucking over. It's over. I don't know.
Did it also feel like the gym like got real closer and closer and closer as the game went on? Like people in the stands, or was it just me?
I think I developed anxiety, and I should. I think I got diagnosed on that bench. I was like, "Fuck, maybe I should start taking like a Xanax or something because this is fucking too much for me." I'm serious.
Dude, I'm telling you, we went on my junior year. We didn't. I think we ended up losing bad just because like the end we fouled, they made free throws, stuff like that.
Right.
Or it looked worse than it really was.
Right.
We went on this little run to tie the game. Eric hit a couple threes. I hit a three, made a couple layups. Like it was like we went on a run. We both realistically, I think it was just me and Eric that went on the run. And we look up and the score is tied.
Right.
Timeout, cheerleaders come out, do a little whoop-de-doo kind of thing. And I come back out and I swear to God, I got off the bench here and I stepped into the paint. I was like, what just happened?
Right. There's
some shit going on. And I'm like, all right. So like I felt kind of funky. I go up, I pull, and like I get an open shot. I shoot it, and it was like a foot and a half short. I was like,
yeah.
They went up, they went down, scored. Cam hit a three, Cole hit a three, Quinn hit a three. I was like, oh my God, we're down by 15 again. It was like,
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just, but I'll tell you, the difference is why I think I get a bit like going back to our bad rep thing. Like basketball, you're face to face with a guy, Baseball, you're looking down at a guy. I'm going to fuck you up on that, at the home plate there. I'm going to fucking strike your ass out. When going from cross country, everybody's like, "Hey, good job, hey," and then you go to Johnsonburg. It was a little too much. It was just like, fuck you. We hope you fucking get destroyed here. You suck, squids. And I'm like, yeah, maybe this is not for me, because first off, I'm just going to blow up.
It was to the point where it was like, I hope you die on the way home. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. It just just awful shit. I mean, I'm a 17, 18-year-old kid, and I got a 40-year-old telling me to go, fucking jump off a bridge. I mean, I
and that's the thing though, like, I love the small towns. Like, I kind of want to move back.
Right.
Once my playing career is over, build a house, all that stuff.
Right.
Dude, I know I was on the receiving end of a lot of it, but Ridgeway was kind of the same, where we didn't have an orb, we were just good.
Right.
I love that though. I loved it. Like, it was like the town comes together. Like, there was a point, I think we won like 40 or 50 straight home games.
Right.
In our gym, and we finally lost, and it was the ECC actually in the AML game. And I remember us losing it because, like, somebody put a banner up that said 48-0 or 58-0 in this gym. And I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, that's kind of cool, but why? And then we finally lost. And I'm like, take that shit down.
Right.
Like, it's just something about, like, the town coming together. I remember we would get there, like, how you get there early for the games. Like, I remember showing up. I'm driving my little lifted up Jeep. Get there, and I'm spinning up the hill because Jeep Wranglers ain't got no weight. I get to the top, and JV team isn't even out warming up yet, and we got a line out the gym door. I'm like,
yeah.
I know it's a big game, but damn.
Right.
And Ridgeway's gym isn't much bigger than Berg's.
Right.
Standing room only, and I remember the one time I go running out, some of me and loose balls, man. I go running after a loose ball, and I go, the Hound. If you notice now where the Hound sits in Ridgeway's gym, it's a solid, thick wood freaking bench stand. Before It used to be like a little plastic fold-up table.
Yep.
You can thank yours truly for going through the plastic fold-up table.
Right.
So
no.
I'm just like. And I'm diving in and like going in the stands and stuff like that. Like, I just remember like coming out to warm up and our AD having to like almost like mop where we're warming up, where the cheerleaders would stand, because it was so wet because so many people like coming in. I'm like, what are we doing? And then at the height of that, of that run that we had at Ridgeway, remember them opening the doors on the sides of the gym. They were like 3 or 4 rows deep, and people just kind of like peeking their heads in. That's some shit that, like, I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, thinking back at it now, like, I could have thrown a ball out that door and hit somebody.
Right.
But
right.
Thinking of going back and thinking about it now, like, there's a few people on that bench. Myself, Eric, played a little bit of college basketball. Sam Roselli played.
Yeah.
But there's a few people on that bench that will never experience something like that again. And, like, to them, that's the highlight of their career, which is nothing wrong with that. That's fine.
Right.
But, like, they were in awe.
Right.
They're out there. It's not a game to us. So, like,
right.
The fact that, once again, I could be a part of something that, like, somebody sticks with or has in their mind that sticks with them for the rest of their life. Like, it's cool to be able to, like, I'm not saying I had a full hand in that, because I'm not saying I was good at basketball, but I wasn't bad.
Right.
But, like, being able to have a hand in that, it, like, it brings me a little bit of peace.
No. And I always go back to, I think, high school kids, and I do have to quote Aaron on this. He was right, and it was very big. And
it looks like it tastes like vinegar coming out.
Well, no, I didn't have. If you ask any of my teammates, Josh, through any years, college, high school, even middle school, I had, I was a little fucking spitfire. But I will tell you, I always watched though when the little kids were around, because he was right. Little eyes are always watching, which they are. And you being on the baseball field, basketball court, and then your teammates. I think the kids that are playing right now were fucking watching you ball out back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure. And I remember like distinctly remember my brother being in the stands when I played.
Yep.
And I'm not proud of some of the stuff I did on the court or on the field. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a hothead in high school, and
That's the
I'll
beauty
be,
of it.
every 18-year-old, and like, to be honest though, too, a lot of mine came from the stress of I gotta like, I'm in the middle of picking out and decide. Like we talked about earlier, I'm in the middle of deciding where I'm gonna go to college for the next 4 years. Like for a normal student, like that's not that big of a deal. Like you apply, if you don't get in, you go to your backup, whatever the hell it is.
Right.
Me, I'm like, what to the point where like this school's giving me 50%, this school's giving me 80. This is in downtown Philly, this is in Virginia. Like it was like, it was stressful. And I think a lot of the sports, while I was playing sports, a lot of that shit that came out wasn't 100% me.
Right.
It was just the added all the stress and all the, just freaking anxiety coming out. And like I said, I'm not 100% proud of it. So if people were in the stands and they're listening to this right now, I hope this, doesn't really taint my reputation. I hope it makes it a little bit better. But no, man, I was a dick. I remember chirping at people. I remember like saying shit to fans. I just remember just, I took I remember being like the Kevin Garnett of fucking Ridgeway basketball. Like never shut up.
Right. No, and I'm going to tell you, no, I Josh, we're very similar. Bad boy mentality. I fucking love it. People are going to be shocked by this. Prided myself on every sport, not really cross country track because I gave a shit, but like park league. I made sure I wanted to be Dennis Rodman. I just wanted to be a dick.
Okay,
all right.
okay.
And I know that people are listening, dude. It's fucking park league basketball. But that was my like off time. Like I still was training, but I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like,
trust me, I get you. I get you. I'm gonna plug my phone in here because it's about to die, so I'm gonna turn it sideways.
Right.
There we go.
Right.
But no, I get you, dude. Like being Dennis Rodman is a fun time.
It is a fun time.
And like I get why Dennis did it.
Right. He's like, fuck you. You know what I mean? This is who I am. This is who I want to be. And no, I think people need to understand too, Josh. And we'll wrap this up here in a minute. But I think the biggest thing is they need to understand that an athlete there's a lot of fucking pressure and on your performance. And then, in high school, not knowing what the hell school you want to go to, you're getting all this money thrown at you. I don't know. I think people just, when they see success like you have, and other guys in the area have, I think sometimes they put people under microscopes and just be like,
there's a lot of envy there almost.
Yeah.
Like, and like it's a normal thing. I get it. Like I have friends that they come to Pitt from big time schools and like bigger high schools, like, North Allegheny, West Allegheny, those are like 5, 6, 8 schools,
fucking huge,
thousands of kids. And they're just like, yeah, I mean, high school was fun for me. I'm like, like there were times it was, but like I also think that coming from a small town, being an athlete, being a good athlete, being an athlete that's kind of on a pedestal because of his athletic ability in more than just one sport.
Right.
Like you said, he's under a microscope. He's expected to do different things. He's expected to act a different way. And when you even just break that mold just a little bit, people are like, well, what are you doing? Like, they're almost like taken back. I'm like, not everybody's going to be this perfect, this perfect, white collar stuff like that. Like, people got other shit they got going on that they're not going to bring to the surface. Like, come on, man. Like, cut the kids. He's 18. Cut the kid some slack. Like, 2 years ago, he was having his mom drop him off at school. Now he's driving a freaking Toyota Corolla that's got, 4 black rims on it that he spray painted the night before to look cool. Like, cut some kids some slack, people. Like, that's my thing.
Seventh inning. back in 2011, seventh inning, I remember Josh Mitchell. He said the F word on the mound. Shut the fuck up!
Exactly. Like if that's the only thing he heard, then I'm glad. But put it that way. Like, Jesus.
No, Josh. This was probably. I know I'm gonna maybe piss people off with this. This was one of my favorite interviews, and I was gonna make the announcement too for people out there. I talked to Eric. Next week if we can work out schedules. We would love to fucking have you back because it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
There was not.
I would love to. I'll be back. Listen, man, I'll be back as much as you want me to come back.
I'm going to be honest because I think a lot of people, if you're watching to this point, you're seeing there was no fucking silence, and I mean it was just good fucking conversation. It was.
People that are watching this and listening, I just want to put this out there. The original plan was 30 to 45 minutes, and I told Drew before we got on the call that listen, if you're going to ask me half of those questions or we're going to chop it up, it's going to be way longer. And I think the ticker says here an hour and 35. So move that one out of the water. No. But
anything else, Josh? Though you want to touch on thank yous to give out, anything at all?
I mean. Thank yous. People ask me this. I've asked, I've had this question asked.
Yeah.
I have so many thank yous, so many people that like are in my corner that, I never thought would be. I never thought, that wasn't part of the plan.
Right.
There's people that I wanted to be in my corner that I thought would be in my corner that, unfortunately, got bit by the envy bug, got bit by that. And once I did go pro, I'm not saying I've made it because I'm still not a big leaguer yet.
Right.
Keep saying yet though, But
I got your back. So whatever the fuck you want to do, we're gonna follow. So anyways,
I appreciate that.
No.
But and Drake did it in his the last Certified Lover Boy album, Fair Trade. Yeah. He's talking about losing friends and gaining not money or fame, but gaining ground in his career, like. So and I laughed about it. I'm like, first I made fun of the album because it was called Certified Lover Boy. I thought he was a dumbass for that. But I'm listening to that song and I'm like, shit, he's right. Because I've lost some friends and I've lost some people that I thought were going to be in my life forever. But it was a fair trade to the point where, my career, I'm not saying because of them being out of my life, my career has moved on, but like, they would have just weighed me down and seen what they're doing now. Like it just would have been an added stress, and I probably would have, sometimes you got to lose friends to move on, and it's sometimes you grow past the relationship, which happens too.
Right.
But when I do see them, I still say hello. I'm still polite, whatever I do, whatever they do behind, as soon as I turn around, totally different story.
Right.
But like, it's been a fair trade, and and I can say this because I'm a mature young man. I'm saying young man at this point, trying to continue to feel young. But I've matured to the point where I make this analogy. I have a backpack, right? Backpack's got like two or three pockets.
Okay.
What do I need? What's an absolute necessity for me to take on my journey with me?
Oh shit.
And my sports psychologist, Gianmarco Ferrone, he's Italian, fantastic guy. Been working with him for almost 3 years. Yeah, absolutely, baby. Been working with him for about 3 years now. And that was one of the things he brought in, he kind of like brought into our work, along with the 8 million other things we've done that has completely changed the way I think off the field and like processing stuff. Mm-hmm. But like, he's like, what do you want to bring with you? Like, what do you need to bring with you? Like, and I just used to sit there. And at first it was a hard question. He's like, you don't got to answer it now, but like, we'll move on. Right. He'd ask it again. And I go, gee, I'm not sure, man. Like, I need more time to think about it. And when I did, I thought about it. I'm picking things in there, like not literally, but like writing things down, like thinking, I'm like something or someone that I thought that I needed, that I thought was so detrimental in my life. Like, what have they done for me in the since 2017? Have I talked to them? Right. Has it been a one-sided conversation, or has it been just fucking radio silence? And if it's been radio silence, then it's just like, listen, this was your choice, wasn't mine. If this is what you want, fine. but I'm going to say this, and it's going to come off so fucking cocky because I have it in my head right now.
All right.
When I do make it and I'm on the cover of fucking Sports Illustrated, I'm on ESPN, I got a big ass house with a family or whatever it may be. Like, I'm not materialistic, but I'm going to say that because I'm going to be a dick right now.
Okay. All right.
When I got all this shit, when my dreams have come true and you try to wander back in to be a friend, I'm going to look you right in the fucking eye and be like, you know, where were you when I needed you? Where were you when I was going through? Where were you when I was going through surgery after surgery, injury, getting cut? Like, all that shit brought out my true friends. And like, I got my group, got my boys.
Yeah.
And it's like, where were you at? Like, I'm gonna be polite and say, you know, get out, deuces.
Right.
But like, where were you? Like, what changed? Because I made something of my life, and I didn't settle for the first job out of high school. I didn't go to college and just, you know, not do anything with my life. Like, I'm sorry, man. I chased a dream and I'm still chasing it. And if you don't like me because of that, then, you know, I think you need to look yourself in the freaking mirror. Like, it ain't me. It's coming from you. So that's my thing, man. Like, I'm not, you know, and if people keep telling me, I love you know, you finally coming back to be one of us again. No. Well, what are you going to do? I'm going to be a big leaguer. Oh, yeah.
Right.
My favorite words, man, I got 2 favorite words. Watch me. Mm-hmm. That's it. And
right.
I know it pisses, and I know it makes so many people so mad when I say, watch me. Just for the sole fact of, what are you going to say back to that?
Right.
I say, watch me and walk away. I win. I got the last word. And when it does happen, I just spoke that fucking shit into existence.
I'm seeing, and I know this is why I'm so fucking happy I figured out this video shit. You get to see right there, Josh, and you might not even meant to do it. You see that goddamn fire right there. You see it. Yeah, you see it right there.
The only reason I know is because I'm getting
close
and I'm getting moving around.
I fucking love it. I do. No,
like you said, the fire. I mean to interrupt. We'll go into what you're saying here, but the fire, like, I play with a lot of emotion in every sport, everything I've ever done.
Right.
Like, listen, I wasn't the greatest student. I busted my ass for a B. And I'm proud of those B's. Occasional A's because the teacher was very cute and I smoothed out. Right. But like, I'm the type of guy that gets an 88 on an exam. And I remember this one because it was a developmental psychology exam, the hardest class I've ever taken in my life.
Oh shit! Okay.
I got an 88 on this exam. I ended up getting like an 82 in the class. It was like a C. It was like a C, I think.
Yeah.
Or C plus. I walked out of this 88 and I fist pumped so hard all the way to my shoulder popped.
I love it.
So
I love it.
Happy.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
And it's like, and that fire, and like, it carries over to the point where, like, if I ever have a boss in like a 9-to-5 job, I'm gonna do my best to take his job, Bo Jackson.
Goddamn right.
Take his job because he's not gonna like the way I work.
Right. No, I get it. No, it's just I think it's not a bad thing to have the fire, and I think it, you know, maybe rubs people the wrong way. Those kind of people I don't want to fucking be around. Okay, because you're comfortable. You're comfortable. Get the fuck away from me because I don't want to be.
No, and that comfortability thing, I swear to God, is like, it's a disease, man. And once it latches on, you don't get rid of it.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
that's nope, no.
I'm going to be honest. I've heard multiple people, Josh, and this is, and I don't want to get too much into it, but I will tell you. So, you know, I moved to the Buffalo. I'm not in St. Mary's anymore. And I did this whole fucking show here. And if you're new to the show, at you know, an hour and 43 minutes here, I would say you have to say this is fucking, people are like, why the fuck are you doing a podcast? And I'm like, okay, well, I want to talk to people first off that I never got to talk to at the time. Josh, we you know, connected about 2 weeks ago, I think. But I watched you and Eric on the court. I didn't really go to baseball games, I'm going to be honest, when I was a kid. But yeah, but I want to talk to people and hear about their story like we just did. And I'm starting to see that everybody has went through some fucking shit, or, you know, there's successes that I had no idea about that I think a lot of other people might not know about. And they're like, why the fuck do you want to do this? It's a loaded, thing going on with the podcast. Everybody wants to do a podcast. I don't really give a fuck.
Exactly. Like
everybody tells me that I have to have I have a voice to talk and I can't shut the fuck up. So I said, okay, well then we'll do a podcast. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, there's nothing better than a podcast or a radio show at this point. Like, geez, like if there's not something that's like, if there's something out there that's made for two people to do it, you and I are both talkers, so like
right
here it is. Right here it is.
No, but I just want to thank you for coming on the show. It was one of the most exciting episodes I've never experienced that. The conversation just fucking kept going, and it was just nice to hear about your journey and see a lot of similarities in myself and you. And I think a lot of people are going to be like, holy fuck, this is wow. You know what I mean?
I think it's going to help too. A lot of people are going to get a true unedited version of myself.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of
people. And that's why we do it.
Yeah. I don't think anyone, obviously my friends and their families get it.
Right.
But like a lot of people that might have had like a different view of me in the past, they're gonna get the full unedited version, and they're gonna be like, all right, either cut this guy some slack, he wasn't that bad, there's a lot of shit going on, or it's gonna be fuck this guy even more. So hey, whatever you want it to be, there you go.
Yeah. No, but Josh, I just want to say thank you for coming on, and everybody that's listening. We'll have, co-host Eric Matheson, who's been fucking on a hiatus now for a month and a half. It's okay. He has a real job. Eric, if you're at this point, we love you. But, Josh, Josh will hopefully be back with him next week, and we'll be in NFL talk, playoff talk. And Josh, who's your favorite football team?
Oh, man. I grew up a Raider fan because in my house, listen, I'm clear up. In my house, my parents. Listen, my parents are Raiders fans. So I was like, all right, well, I go to Pitt. And Steelers fans don't like Raider fans.
Right.
So I quickly converted to the black and gold, and I've never left since.
Oh, shit. All right. Yeah, no, that's fine. Well, then, we'll have two Steelers, guys against Eric with the Raiders.
Yeah, buddy.
There's a lot we got to touch on next week, and I'm just getting fucking chippy about it right now, just thinking about it. But no, I appreciate it, Josh. We'll be in contact here, and we're gonna, upload this up there as soon as we can. All right.
All right, man.
All right. I'll send us off here. All right. Again, you were listening to me and Josh Mitchell here talk about his wonderful pro career. What he's going through, what he's, the adversity he's faced, his journey through little old El County to, bigger and better places. Again, this is the Drew Billy Show with your host, Drew Billy. All gas, no breaks. Have a good day. Have a good night, and God bless. I'll call you. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that worked. Yeah, everyone's got that. Listen, it was an honor to be on. I appreciate it, Drew. I'll be on next week, though.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right.